right, guys. We are starting our new story today for reading, and we're on page 121 in your Basil Reader. This story is called A Tree is a Plant. So, based on the picture that you see here on the cover, does this look like it would be fiction, which is fake, or nonfiction, which is real? Well, at first glance, it looks like it's not a picture that was taken with a camera, right? This was either painted or drawn. Somebody made this. So a lot of times we say, oh, well, then this story must be fiction, right? Well, that's not always the case. So we're going to go on a picture walk. Let's turn the page. So on this first page here, you see it looks like someone's yard. They have a lot of trees. It looks like they have a horse, and you can see the house in the background. Turn the page. Then on this page, you see an apple tree and an apple that's cut open. All right, turn the page. All right, so here you see a little mound of dirt. There's some leaves in the snow, and a seed underground. Turn the page. Then on this page you see a little plant starting to sprout, and a picture of a girl next to a tree. Turn the page. Then on these two pages, you see some of God's creatures enjoying this tree. You see some bees and a bird. Turn the page. And then who do you see on this page enjoying the tree? There's a boy that looks like he climbed up the tree to get some apples. All right, go ahead and turn it. Then on these two pages, we see what's under the ground. So, do you guys remember the two reasons that trees have roots? We talked about how trees have roots to help them stand strong so that they don't fall over. And they also have roots to get water from the ground. Their roots are kind of like straws. Do you remember that? And so that's underneath. Go ahead and turn the page. And you can see all those arrows on this picture here are showing how the water goes up the roots and into the rest of the tree. And then on the next page, you see some more pictures of trees. Turn the page. There's a picture of a tree in the fall. How do I know it's the fall? Well, the colors of the tree are red and yellow and orange, right? And some of the leaves are starting to fall off the tree. And on the next page, I see that tree in winter. How do I know that it's winter? The tree has no leaves, right? All of the leaves have fallen off, and there's snow on the ground. Okay, turn the page. So on this page, I see that tree, and it looks like there's something that's starting to grow, but they're not quite leaves or flowers or anything yet. And there's a lot of rain. So what season does that sound like? Where things are starting to grow? That's spring, right? And we have a lot of rain right now. We've been having a lot of rain because it's spring, and that's what all of the plants need in order to come back to life, in order to start growing again. All right. Turn the page, and we see a picture of a field with some sheep and another tree. Turn the page. And we see a picture of a tree with a bird in it and a cat. It looks like it's looking at that bird, huh? And then there's some kids enjoying the shade of the tree. And then on the last 2 pages, it looks like a girl looking out the window on a winter day at that tree. And there's a girl playing in the leaves underneath the tree. So, based on the pictures that we saw, this is not going to be a story, is it? It's not going to be a fiction story that somebody came up with. This is nonfiction. That means it's real, right? So we are going to be learning about trees and how they work, specifically an apple tree. So we're gonna go ahead and read that now. So a tree is a plant. A tree is a plant. A tree is the biggest plant that grows. Most kinds of trees grow from seeds the way most small plants do. There are many kinds of trees. Here are a few of them. How many do you know? So I'm going to read all of the trees that are in this picture. Maple, conifer, that's like a Christmas tree, right? Persimmon, palms, lemon. What do you think a lemon tree grows? Lemons. And willow. Okay, go ahead and turn the page. This tree grows in the country. It might grow in your yard too. Do you know what kind of tree it is? This is an apple tree. And we have apple trees that grow right around here. In fact, my grandparents, when I was growing up, they had an apple tree in their yard, and we used to pick the apples off of it and eat it. All right, this apple tree came from a seed. The seed was small. It grew inside an apple. Have you ever seen an apple seed? Ask an adult to help you cut an apple in two. The seeds are in the center. They look like this. And if you guys want, if you have apples at home, you can ask a parent if you can try that out. Most apple trees come from seeds that are planted. Sometimes an apple tree grows from a seed that falls to the ground. The wind blows leaves over the seed. The wind blows soil over the seed. All winter, the seed lies under the leaves and the soil. All winter, the seed lies under the ice and snow and is pushed into the ground. Spring comes, rain falls. The sun comes out and warms the earth. The seed begins to grow. At first, the young plant does not look like a tree. The tree is very small. It is only a stem with 2 leaves. It has no apples on it. A tree must grow up before it has apples on it. Each year, the tree grows. It grows tall. In 7 years, it is so tall that you can stand under its branches. In the spring, there are blossoms on the tree. Spring is apple blossom time. And those are the blossoms there in that picture. So they're the little flowers. The blossoms last only a few days. Then they fall to the ground. Now there are green leaves on the tree. Among the leaves, there are small apples. The apples are where the blossoms were before. The apples are green and they are almost too small for you to see. The apples grow slowly. They grow all during the spring and the summer. In the fall, they are large and ripe. They are ready to eat. We can see the apples and the leaves on the branches. We can see the branches growing out of the trunk. We can see the trunk growing out of the ground. We can see the bark of the tree. The bark covers the branches and the trunk like a coat. But there is a part of the tree that we cannot see. We cannot see the roots. They are under the ground. Some of the roots are large. Some of them are as small as hairs. The roots grow like branches under the ground. A tree could not live without roots. Roots hold the trunk in the ground. Roots keep the tree from falling when the wind blows. Roots keep the rain from washing the tree out of the ground. Roots do something more. They take water from the ground. They carry the water into the trunk of the tree. The trunk carries the water to the branches. The branches carry the water to the leaves. Hundreds and hundreds of leaves grow on the branches. The leaves make food from water and air. They make food when the sun shines. The food goes into the branches. It goes into the trunk and roots. It goes to every part of the tree. Fall comes and winter is near. The work of the leaves is over. The leaves turn yellow and brown. The leaves die and fall to the ground. Now the tree is bare. All winter it looks dead. But the tree is not dead. Under its coat of bark, the tree is alive. Spring comes again. Rain falls. The sun warms the earth. The tree blossoms and new leaves grow. As long as it lives, the apple tree grows. As long as it lives, the apple tree blossoms in the spring and apples grow on it. When do you like apple trees best? In spring, when they are covered with blossoms? In summer, when they are covered with leaves? In winter, when they are bare? Or in fall, when they are covered with apples? I like them when they're covered with apples because I love apple picking and making apple pie and making apple sauce. I love all of that stuff. If you want, you can comment below which of the pictures you liked the most in the spring, the summer, the fall, or the winter. All right, guys, I'll see you.